another episode of Outcasts to Icons, and as always, if you're enjoying the series, please do drop a like on the video. Now, in our last episode, we beat Kairat by 5-2 in our live com game, and that was a good win for us. It kept us going solidly at the top of the league, or in and around the top of the league. I think we were actually second at the time, but as you can see now, things have sort of hotted up, but still it is incredibly tight at the top. We're going to need to play out of our skins this season to actually have a chance at winning this league. It's going to be really, really tough this year, I have to say. And we've had some terrible problems this month with injuries, as has always been the case, but it's just got a little bit worse. So first up, we were away at Jeju, and this was kind of where the injury troubles began. Losing Tungashbayev, Braka and Mazriku in one game through injury was a little bit shit. And not only that, but Tungashbayev is still not back yet. He's missed every game since then. He got a torn groin muscle and was out for, or was it calf? I think it was calf muscle, out for 2 months. So there goes your top scorer. Thankfully, we were able to win this game in spite of losing him in the 71st minute. Leovan's penalty gave us the lead after 7 minutes. They actually equalised through Orlandic, but thankfully, 2 goals on his debut for Bilal Ait Malek gave us a 3-1 victory, and that was huge for us to see him come on off the off the bench, start the game, his first ever appearance for us, and get 2 goals to rescue a huge win for us away from home is just glorious. But unfortunately, the injuries have really caused us some problems at times where we've had to play massively out of position players just because they're like our 4th choice in that area. Now, next up, we had Kijuljar away from home. It was away from home. 2 straight away wins were crucial for us, and against reasonably decent sides who are having better years this year than they had last year. Now, in this one, obviously, without Tungashbayev up front, we had to go with Djordjevic, and he was starting to complain, so this was kind of the perfect time to actually give him some football. And, well, he did not disappoint, shall we say. He gave us the lead after 15 minutes, or 14 minutes, really. And fantastic start. Unfortunately, Kijuljar managed to flip it around on us. Lucevic and Stojanovic gave them a 2-1 lead going into half-time, or so I thought, but then right in there, insta-highlight, Djordjevic 2-2 going in at half-time, and that just gave us a little bit more hope. We did a good team talk at half-time. There was a lot of green going around. He then gave us a 3-2 lead with 15 minutes to go before a Kabazov penalty wrapped it up at 4-2 in the end. Now, something else I forgot to mention actually earlier is right at the start, not long after the game in the last live com, I got a news article saying that Tungashbayev wanted to talk about joining Kairat. And I thought to myself, what is that supposed to mean? He's our top scorer, playing for the champions of the league, who are still top of that league now in the 2nd year, and he wants to go and join someone worse than us. I don't like that. It's a stupid dynamic. It would never happen in real life. It's total bollocks. That's the one thing, one of the few things, that's the one thing that's really, really broken in this game. Like, you could be a champion of the division, and just because your reputation at the start of the save wasn't as good as some of the other teams, you get your players wanting to leave and join the teams that are worse than you. It's stupid, and it needs to be fixed. Like, to me, if you win the league, that should be saying that you're one of the best teams in this league, and that you shouldn't have your players trying to leave to join teams that are worse than you. It's stupid. And he got really pissed off and tried to start a squad revolt, and I had to do one of those team meetings because of it, and it's total crap. But since then, I've not heard anything from it, so hopefully things are okay, but it's really, really stupid. Next up, though, the most important game of the season so far, Aktobe at home. We got a little bit lucky, I think. That being said, we both hit the target the same number of times, and they had a lot more long shots than us. Ait Malek put us in front after 6 minutes, and that was a great start for us. This is what we needed. We actually went 2 goals to the good with Kabazov's penalty, and I thought, right, okay, we're comfortable here. Unfortunately, straight after halftime, Damian Letalik, who is one of the most dangerous players in this division, he's a nightmare to play against. Last year they were a little bit shaky, but he still managed to score against us, I think, in all the games he played against us. We did, though, in this one, manage to grab ourselves a 3rd goal through Milos Djordjevic, and it just gave us a bit more of a kind of a level footing for this game. Unfortunately, Malek got injured in this one too, which didn't exactly help our case. Our attacking playmakers, as you can see, they just don't seem to be able to stay fit no matter who thank God we've got enough of them. They did get one back from Turishbek with a few minutes to go, but luckily we managed to hang on and get the biggest win of the season, in my opinion. Kizhnychenko actually did a great job against us last year too. They've got some good players, and I think he was decent against us in the final of the Super Cup too. So a 3-2 win there, and I actually made it, how many wins? 6 wins in a row. Great stuff. And we had that a few times last year too, those little runs we went on. Unfortunately, it all kind of came to a big halt away at Atterau. We weren't that bad, but we weren't that good either, and I was a little bit disappointed. And as you can see, Mazriku this time picking up an injury. I was a little bit disappointed to see us lose this one. I don't know. I feel like maybe there was a chance for us. I can't remember exactly. I think we created some decent opportunities though. Yeah, I mean, 2 clear cuts, 2 half chances. we were probably value for a point at least out of that game, but you're not always going to get it. Sometimes you get that bit of bad luck, and sometimes you get the good luck. It's just one of those things. Next up, though, back at home against Astana. Not exactly a glowing performance in this one. We've been really good at home lately, and it was a bit of a shame to see us play so poorly in this one. Djordjevic again gave us the lead on the 22nd minute, and we were relatively decent, but as you can see, the possession, we just couldn't seem to keep the ball properly. It was still 50-50, but for us that's poor. But then Grigoriev got on back and leveled the game up with 18 minutes to go, and we got very lucky. A Radukic own goal won us the match, and that's crucial because that kept us right up there, and I'll show you what I mean by that, in the sense that the league is still incredibly tight. Like, obviously, because we were level on points with Aktobi when we beat them, it gave us a 3-point gap, but there's still only 1 point gap back to Kairat, and then Urtish are right in there as well. That top four is looking incredibly, I mean, after that it's okay. We're 11 points clear of 5th now, so I'm looking like Europa League is definitely in the bag, but I really wanted to go out and just win the title this year at a canter, but it's just not proving possible. Still, 9 wins out of our first 12 isn't bad, but my god, Kairat and Aktobi are not going to let us get away with it that easily this year. That is the key thing to note. You know, losing at Atterau, who are actually struggling down at the bottom, that win moved them off the bottom of the league, I think. So that just shows you how poor a game we had there. Dungushbayev is still the top scorer in the league and the top assister, though. That just shows you how important he is for us. So most things are going relatively well. Still got most of the best average rating players as well. So things are still looking fairly decent for us. We just need to keep on pushing. Still have no idea about the Champions League stuff yet. Dungushbayev, of course, top scorer, but he's still injured, unfortunately. But Djordjevic has come in, started 6 games and got 5 goals for us. So hopefully we'll see some good stuff out of him. Unfortunately, Malek's back out injured again. Julzirov, I've had to send him back home to Bulgaria again because he won't stop complaining about being homesick. And unfortunately, once again, he took the bait this time, which was a shame. 7 assists there. Kukarczyk just not really contributing as many goals as I would have liked at the moment. Maybe that's because our striker has actually been putting them in, so he's been less likely to pass. I don't know. Dribbles per game, though. Musikov, when he has played, has been phenomenal. But again, injuries have kept him out. Average rating. Oh, look at that. From the 3 games he's played, he's been phenomenal. We need to see more of him. But he just can't seem to stay fit at the moment, as is the problem with all of our attacking midfielders. Key passes, 30 for Zhukov, but we've obviously had so many players play in that position now, it's really hard to tell. But what I would say is that Leovan has done a very good job at getting a lot of key passes down that right-hand side, and that's kind of nice to see. Key tackles, Kotov with 8 interceptions, 162 for Kotov as well. As for value, it's Malek, but I just really wanted to be able to play for us a bit more. So that brings us into today's game, and we've got ourselves a massively tough one against Kairat here. I wouldn't be surprised. We lost 5-2 here last season, and I feel that that's the sort of thing that could potentially happen again. I really hope that we put in a stronger performance today. Aktobi are away at 12th place Taraz, so you'd feel that they're probably going to win, so you might actually see us drop down a 3rd if it all goes badly. Oh wow, that's a system and a half. I honestly wouldn't even know where to start with that. It's almost the same system that we're playing, but no, actually what we're talking about, it's the same kind of Christmas tree style, but it's a little bit weirder. It looks like a sort of pyramid type of system, but we're going to do our best against it. I've never seen them play that before. They've used that a few times this season. I don't think they played that in the away game, though. The issue, of course, with all the fixtures coming thick and fast at the moment as well, is that we just don't have the fitness levels either, and that's a huge issue. So, Djordjevic, Braka, Ishkakov, Mazriku, Fedorov's had to come in, of course, for Julzirov. Leovan out in there because Kukarczyk, again, I think he's still coming back to fitness again. Yeah, he's picked up knocks as well. We're getting a lot of that, unfortunately. So it's disappointing how we've had to play some of these, other guys. But it's good to see that Ishkakov's still at least fielding that role. Braka is fit, though, so that's good. Kozbayev, I'd rather not, but then, again, it's just a question of who do you put in instead. So, it's not too bad, and I'll be curious to see how Djordjevic does in today's game. He's been playing well for me lately. Obviously, he's grabbed us a hat-trick. We've actually had 3 hat-tricks scored this season, which is quite a lot, and I think that's more than we had even close to. I think we only might not have even had any at all last season. So that's saying something. Let's just go for this, basically. See if we can, I don't know. Oh, hello, someone different. Can I ask someone that's got better tactical knowledge? Who's got the best tactical knowledge? I'm interested. 10 and 10. So we'll ask you. That's better. I always want the one with the best tactical knowledge. It just seems to... I've found that in the past, that's the one that makes the most sense, is to use the one with the best tactical knowledge. I really don't want to lose here. If we can nick a draw, I would love a draw here, because we beat them comfortably in the home ground, but home and away in this league seems to have really it's made more of a difference this year. At home this season, we've been phenomenal. Away from home, we've been a little bit shaky at times, but still looked decent in certain games. But the issue here is going to be, if we can't keep hold of the ball, we're going to allow them to score goals against us, and that's the slight downside with the system we're playing. You know, if we can't keep control of the possession, then there's going to be trouble, but we're at least keeping a bit more possession. Pass completion, though, is really, really even so far. What a useless first half that was. No chances at all. That was... I think I've only ever done one live com that we didn't have a... Oh no, we had one chance in it, didn't we? I think it was actually us conceding a goal in my Pompey save. I've only ever played one game on... No, actually, I don't think I've done any. Stop asking him. I want to ask him. There we go. But hey, I would take a 0-0 draw if I have to. You know, it's not ideal, but the fact is, Actobia losing as well. But imagine if we were to nick a goal. That's the key thing here. If we nicked something from this game, like a late winner, that could do us... Actobia 2 goals down, though. So that's all... Oh, for fuck's sake. It's just injury after fucking injury every single game. Okay, right. I'm trying to think. Ozbanov or Glukov would be my usual... Well, they're not my usual go-to guys, but unfortunately we don't have many options, so let's just see. It could be any of them, really, but I'm going to have to go with Ozbanov, just because he's got the most... match fitness, not match fitness, you know what I mean. That's disappointing. Mazarico is so important for us. That could be the difference here. But it'd be nice to... The fact that Actobia losing is crucial to us, because it means that if we were to nick a result here, which I'm not expecting, but if we were, then it would really give us a great little leap in the league. This looks like we've not had a single chance in this game. Hang on, let me just check to make sure I've not got this on. No, I've got it on key. Oh, come on. Just... He's finding lots of spaces. Yeah, okay. Muzhikov will come on here, but this is my point. We just, every single game, I'm getting at least one injury, sometimes two, maybe even three. We've had a couple of those as well. That being said, there's not been a single highlight-worthy opportunity in this game so far, and I guess that suits me to some extent. That's the whole game, isn't it? Unless Ishkakov's going to smash one in from 40 yards here. Djordjevic, go on, son. Oh, I scored! Oh my god! Kairat 0. Milos Djordjevic makes it 1-0 to Spartak, and oh wow, that goal could be... Oh, sorry guys, I did not expect that. I thought, you know, 4 minutes in, we've got a corner. That's the only highlight-worthy moment of the entire game. Ishakov there, Djordjevic takes a touch, sets himself up, and he scored the winner, hopefully, for us away at our main title rivals. What a result. If we were to do... Oh no, not Insta-highlight, please. I generally thought that was just going to be the end of the game and we weren't going to have a single highlight-worthy moment in the entire match. Go and win that header. There we go, we've done it! That's amazing. We're now 4 points clear at the top. That's out of no... I don't think we need to drag... I think you're fine, we fucking do. Hopefully very soon, I think it's coming up soon, is the point where the league starts to chill off a little bit with the number of games. There's not 3 a week. It goes back to being 1 every week, sometimes with a 2-week gap. So hopefully if we can get into that stage... top of the league, then I'll be happy. Look at that, Ertic, 6-1 win over Kaiser. There's a lot of goals being conceded at times as well, but look at the amount we've scored. 37 goals this season. I mean, only one today, and yes, the injuries are a pain in the arse, but what about that? A 95th minute winner for Milos Djordjevic. Did not see that one coming. Again, apologise that the live com was an absolute dull fest, but hey, at least there was something in the end of that. What a result that is away at Kairat. I'm in shock at that one. It's given us that little boost that we need and has given us that little bit of breathing space now. And that's winning away at one of our main rivals is such a huge thing. That means that we've beaten Actobi and Kairat at home, and now we've beaten Kairat away from home as well. Those are huge wins. And we've got a cup game coming up next against Kaiser, which is going to be a fun one. I really do want to try and give the cup some more attention this year because I feel it, you know, I want to try and win it. Although... we go straight to the second round this year because we're part of the upper end of the league, which is fine by me. Unfortunately, we've been drawn against Kaiser, who then have just come off the back of a 6-1 victory. Defeat, rather. So let's see where that leaves the league. Taraz have actually moved out of the relegation now, and Shakhtar Karagandhi are bottom of the division. It's a very strange league, I must say, guys. So, wow. This episode feels quite short, and I apologise. That's mainly down to the live comp being so horrifically short. But hey, what an end to it. I still don't know when the Champions League's coming around. So... I'm going to earmark, because we've been doing quite large chunks of fixtures in some of these now, and I want to try and sort of do it into 4. So I'm thinking that, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's 10 games left. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've already Kaiser away as our next match, and then that being said, if there is a Champions League tie, then I will do that instead, basically. So temporarily, at least, we're going to do Kairat, game away from home. So that's going to be a tougher one because it is away. But we've just won away at Kairat. And that's not a bad little run, actually, when you think of it. That's actually 8 wins out of 9. So I'm pretty happy with that. And 9 wins in 11, so fairly solid results now. We're starting to pick it up. Look, not as many draws, and that's always crucial for our seasons. So if you guys are like what you've seen, and I really hope you have loved that late winner, my god, that had me on the edge of my seat there, then yeah, drop a like on the video. And if you'd like to even more than that, please subscribe to my channel for more for more Outcast icons and another series soon in your inbox every single day at 5:30 and 8 o'clock. And I will see you guys in the next episode for an away game at Kairat, or maybe even a Champions League fixture. I don't know. I really don't know. I'll have to look at when those first rounds start. I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.